Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Green Book. And this movie came out in 2018, and it's infamous for winning Best Picture at the Oscars. And if I'm not mistaken, it was kind of surprising that it won. I'm not exactly too sure what everyone was rooting for at the time, but I personally did not see this coming. I think people were either anticipating Black Panther or A Star is Born, maybe. I know some people do like Bohemian Rhapsody, but I don't think Green Book was a lot of people's number one. It's kind of difficult to talk about this movie without mentioning the Oscars from that year. Well, 2019 Oscars for 2018 movies. And I personally have seen this movie before. I saw it once before, and I thought it was fine. And rewatching the movie all these years later, because I realized, wow, I actually have not reviewed this movie yet on my channel, I still think it's fine. It's not terrible. It's not the worst out of the nominees from that year. I have seen all of the Best Picture nominees from that year at this point, and it's not my least favorite, but at the same time, I don't really see a whole lot of value to it. The only thing that I think it should have been nominated for was Best Performance by Viggo Mortensen. I thought he did a great job in this movie, and this movie also won a couple other Oscars, those being Best Original Screenplay, I believe, and Best Supporting Actor for Mahershala Ali, which I thought he did a good job in the movie. And I was personally never bored throughout this film. I just groaning and not really being in love with the tone of it. It was really cheesy and not my kind of thing. And the things that it's talking about and the things that it's trying to show off and give you an experience out of, it just feels very surface level to me. And if it's not surface level and there's just a little bit something below the surface, then it's either not all that interesting or just have been explored better in other movies. Like, I just didn't really feel as though I got an experience out of this movie. And these characters were kind of cartoonish, and I know they're kind of supposed to be that way because this is also kind of somewhat of a comedy, because it was trying to be funny, and that was supposed to help with the tone. And I'll say this much, it did kind of help with it. I was probably less bored because of that. But also, one thing that I just cannot understand, even in the slightest, is why is this movie over 2 hours long? I don't understand that runtime. Not because I was bored throughout, but rather it's very repetitive in terms of the things that they're trying to get at. And also, once we get on to driving scenes, it's just a road trip movie from that point on. That's when it gets repetitive to me, and it's just the same thing over and over again. Maybe they explore a topic that's new, maybe once or twice, but that's it. And I do feel as though Adam from Your Movie Sucks said it best when he was talking about this movie, and that is, you can watch a 10-minute chunk from anywhere in the middle, and you have seen the whole movie. I personally didn't care for any of the characters. I just didn't find them interesting at all, and I was kind of somewhat starved for something entertaining or something that would bring it up from just being very bland and basic, but unfortunately that wasn't in this movie. The music, I don't even remember any of it. Like the original score for the film is what I mean, and the look of the movie was very bland and not to my liking at all, and it was also directed by the guy who directed the original Dumb and Dumber, believe it or not. That was kind of funny to me, and there was also one moment where I laughed unintentionally early on in the movie where Viggo Mortensen is like punching a guy, and the guy he's punching is off screen, but you just see how Viggo Mortensen is punching the guy, and it just looked kind of goofy to me. If there's one thing that I didn't hate about this movie, it would be how the two main leads played off of each other. I thought that was handled well enough for this type of film, but unfortunately it's not enough for me to say that it's a great movie or even that good of a movie. It's just kind of fine, and I did notice a decent amount of Coca-Cola product placement in this movie. That was one thing I didn't remember. And now I kind of want to mention the Oscars briefly and to talk about the Best Picture noms of that year. And those are, with obviously this winning Best Picture. The other ones that came out that year were A Star is Born, Bohemian Rhapsody, Black Panther, Vice, Roma, The Favorite, and Black Klansman. Like, those 8 movies were all nominated that year. And the only really great ones I would say are Roma and The Favorite. Those movies I think are pretty great. And I remember liking A Star is Born, and I haven't seen it in a while. But I might get around to it at some point in terms of rewatching it. Black Klansman was good. I just don't see myself rewatching it anytime soon. But do check out. It is worth watching at the very least. And the rest of them were either lukewarm or bad. Like, I don't remember anything about Black Panther. Vice, I don't remember liking very much. And Bohemian Rhapsody is not very good. And that's about all I have to say about Green Book. And I guess the kind of conversation around it in terms of it being one of the weakest Best Picture winners. Is it the worst one? No, there's definitely worse Best Picture winners out there for sure. Like, the 2 that stand out in my mind as being the worst are, at least from what I've seen, at least, the 2 worst ones would be Crash and The Greatest Show on Earth. Those are my least favorites. I'm not sure which one would take the number 1 spot for me personally, but they're both kind of bad for opposite reasons, believe it or not. So skip this movie if you ever come across it. I don't think it's really worth your time. It's just very bland and unspecial to me, and I'm never going to watch it again. But if you do want to watch all of the Best Picture winners, just because you're a completionist, then it's currently on Netflix, so there's a way to watch it, and other streaming platforms for sure. And I wouldn't recommend it, but, it's your choice. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Green Book a 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Green Book, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be from this collection, Jackass number 2. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching, and have a great day.